What's in these boxes and being unboxed currently is something that we haven't done in 2 years. Before we open that box, let me take a step back and walk you through the journey and the story of how we got here to where we're about to open a box. Like I said, it's the first time we've done this in 2 years. What it is that we are about to do is drop a custom run. And what I'm excited about this vlog is it's going to be able to show you the kind of different process of how we're going to do it this time around 2 years into the business. But before we get into that, I want to just explain. So our first custom run ever was Crystal Raptors way back in the day, back in like 2019. Probably our most iconic custom run that got us into really doing a lot of them were these Dark Claw Jawbreaker Wasps. You might remember these. We ran them as a Brody and Paul collab disc back in, probably 2020. It was the spring of 2020 or summer of 2020. Well, during 2020, all manufacturing stopped due to COVID, right? And into 2021, it still hadn't fully rebooted. The game took off, manufacturing stopped, and they just left this huge amount of demand that there was no supply for. But what that created was almost a panic buy type mindset for the average consumer. And so people would see discs, not know when they're going to see them again, and feel like almost you had to buy it. What we were able to capitalize on, and a lot of people capitalized on at this time, but we didn't realize that's what was going on until you have the retrospect look back, was because of that, you could do these custom runs like these Jawbreaker Wasps, like our ESP Swirl Impacts, our Crystal Metallic Undertakers, our, I don't even remember what they were, like Z Metallic Swirl Raptor. We did all of these different custom runs, right? And each of them were selling out instantly, to where 2021, that was our entire business model. Basically, I think we did like 7 or 8 of these custom runs. Well, at the end of 2021, it was end of 2021. So we're actually talking like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. End of 2021 is when we kind of had our awakening, this isn't going to work forever moment, when we did a disc, the Raptorius, I believe it was our last custom drop, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Raptorius or the Scuba Roach, one of those two. And they just sat on our shelves. They came in, we did all the marketing, we did everything, we pushed it out, and boom, it hits the site, we're all excited, and it just sits. And that was kind of our wake-up call of like, hey, this isn't going to work anymore. So 2022 and into 2023 was all spent basically restructuring the way we operate our business, restructuring what we think about, day-to-day sales versus drop sales. And, now we have a much more consistent daily flow of sales and everything. And then we get the opportunity to collaborate with Discraft and collaborate with Brody and the Dark Horse brand on another custom run. So when we had this opportunity, obviously we were very excited, and that's what we're about to see in the box ahead of us. But I wanted to explain kind of why this is different and what led us to even do this, because we had kind of swore off of custom runs, because now custom stamping's back available. Back in 2021, custom stamping wasn't available. The only way to get your logo on a disc was to do a custom run, which basically means you order an obscene amount of discs because you're buying the machine time and everything to make it worth the company's while to even run that disc. But in doing so, you can choose your plastic and mold combination and stamp and all of that, and you get some exclusivity, you get all kinds of stuff, right? But you pay for all of that. And each manufacturer is different on what they offer and different limits and stuff like that. So we had kind of like stopped it because like custom stamping is available now, and we can just custom stamp on normal stock discs, and it's cheaper. Minimums are way lower, and turnaround time's faster. So all in all, it's a win all around. But this opportunity opened up where we could collaborate with Discraft and the Dark Horse brand, Brody, on a custom run. And when we had this opportunity, we immediately thought of, well, what could we do to make it different? And that's when we came up with what we're calling the Dark Horse Ace-a-thon. More or less, what you're about to see is an ESP Flex Jawbreaker Zone that is going to be a part of this challenge, where when people get this disc in, your buddy can have it, whoever, whatever, you take it out to the course and you record yourself throwing an ace. You post it on Instagram and tag us and Discraft in that post, and then we are going to choose the top 5 ones that were submitted. We're going to post those and have the public vote on them. By making the top 5, you automatically get a prize, but then whoever votes is voted as the best ace from this ace-a-thon is going to win the grand prize, which is a collaboration between Discraft and us, and get this awesome package. So yeah, you're buying a sick ESP Jawbreaker Flex Zone. That's just incredible. It feels great. It looks great. But you're also, being able to enter this contest to win a really big grand prize. And I think that it's going to be a ton of fun, and we're super excited about it. So that leads us into today, where the discs are in hand. And now I'm about to walk you through the behind the scenes of what it looks like to actually do one of these drops. So here they are, the ESP Flex Jawbreaker Dark Horse Ace-a-thon Zone. It's a mouthful, but super excited to finally have these in hand and be able to release these to the public. So what's cool about this now is you can see these are just getting unboxed, starting to get sorted in some of the boxes. There's more getting sorted back here, and I'm sure there's more on a shelf somewhere because I just kind of stopped them in the middle of their process right here. But what's cool is previously, with our drops 2 years ago, it just shows how much the business has changed in 2 years. Because 2 years ago, this would have come in and it would have stopped everything about the company. Because at that time, Trevor and I, and probably by then, Silas and Connor, but Trevor and I and Silas were doing all the inventory. Connor was already doing media stuff at that time. But when a big shipment like these would have come in, like our custom stamps, custom run, it would have been hours and hours and hours that Trevor and I would have been sorting, getting on the site, getting pictures, all of that. The process now is these came in actually while I was on vacation last week. I worked with Discraft and with, our team here to figure out the concept behind this. We worked with a designer for the stamp and all of that, and then put the order in, forget about it. And once it comes in, now what's really cool is the actual process of getting them on the site and everything is hands off for me. And instead I can focus on working with Trevor for the marketing. Because even the marketing before would have been kind of like I would have spearheaded it. We would have all worked together to figure out like how to implement it and stuff. But nowadays, Trevor will come up with the marketing plan. Brad will send these out to Brody and, everyone who needs one. And then I'll just be a part of the execution process of actually like getting the marketing together to send out. So I'll be a part of like being in the content, the email strategy, stuff like that. So it goes from a few years ago when drops were a huge part of our business. They were actually the majority of our business in 2021. I think we had like 7 or 8 drops that year, where the discs would come in and it was just like an all out, all hands on deck, get them on the site. And then those same hands were the ones marketing it. Those same hands were the ones filling the order. Now we have a team to where these discs come in and we'll grab a few for marketing while we're creating the marketing pieces and everything that you're going to see. We'll talk some strategy here in a second. As we create all of those pieces, these are getting put on the site by Jason, Isaac, Tyler, Brad, whoever over here, right? They're getting put on the site in the background so that by the time the marketing's ready to roll, they're already up. And the same thing, when the orders all flow in and we hopefully sell these out, then, before it stopped our progress for 2 or 3 days because there was 3 of us or 4 of us filling the orders. So there was no podcast getting shot that day. There was no video getting shot that day. There was nothing but all hands on deck putting these discs into boxes. Nowadays, it won't even stop the media team's operation at all. We'll be able to churn as normal, business as usual. In the warehouse team, we'll be able to crank these out. So, I think this is a great time to bring back our first custom run. And like I said, I think it's right at maybe just shy of 2 years. End of 2022 was the last one we did. And the way we're bringing this back, I think, is a really, really cool idea that I just told you about already. And so I think it's going to work really well. But what I'm even more excited about is the owner to be able to watch the process now that we had 2 years of experience, 2 years of learning, 2 years of building out a team, to watch how much smoother this one goes and how much less stress I have on me on this one. And I'm super excited to see that. But I'm going to take you through the back end of kind of what this process looks like now, because I've already done a vlog on Foundation before on what it was like for a drop back then. So I want to document this next step, and then hopefully, 5 years in the future when we do another drop, we can document what it looks like then, and you can just kind of see the evolution and growth of the business. But I'll try to document kind of our thought process on the marketing, what actually happens for getting the discs up and everything like that. And just so you're aware, like timeline wise, this is June 10th is when I'm filming this with this in my hand. We don't have a set release date for these yet. I think these came in probably around June 5th or 6th. So I think that will also be something that will show a lot more about the maturity of our business is before, okay, these come in on June 5th. Today's June 10th, probably by June 15th, these would have already been on the site and we would have been trying to sell them and we would have rushed the whole process. I would imagine these discs probably won't go live until like the 21st, something like that of June. They might even push into beginning of July because we want to make sure we market it right to be able to move it and be able to tell the full story behind the challenge and everything going on with this disc. And so we're not going to be in a rush to get them in, get them out. So super excited about all of this and super excited to show you kind of the behind the scenes process of what a drop looks like in the modern day foundation. All right, it is Thursday, June 27th. So we're a week and a day out from drop day. And we basically have the marketing plan in place. We pivoted slightly. We're going to do Monday, the first like full post. Originally it was gonna be Saturday. But now Saturday, what we just shot was this unboxing, right? So these are ones we aced we shot an ace video with these. So underneath is just a bunch of random stamped discs from the retail store. But we did an unboxing. So, we can kind of hype it like we haven't done this in 2.5 years, blah, blah, blah. We pull the disc out, you see the bottom. And then when I go to like show the stamp, it's just gonna be blurred. Hopefully I didn't grab this one because this was chewed up by a dog when we were out acing with it. But anyways, so that goes live Saturday. Monday, we'll have the full ace-a-thon rules video go out where there's a bunch of aces in it. We walk people through how they enter, yada, yada, yada. Tuesday, we have a video where we can't leave the disc golf course until we ace. That comes out Tuesday. Wednesday, Brody is going to make a post of some type, probably acing with said disc. Thursday, we will probably have another ace video or some type of video, maybe even just like a quick disc review on how it flies, not just how it aces. And then Friday, I think the tentative plan, because Thursday is also July 4th. Friday, the tentative plan right now is I might go live in our app at hole 3 and try to ace with the ace-a-thon zones at Peaks View while the drop's happening. So we can kind of go in and shop within the app. We don't have that fully locked in if we're going to do that or if we're just going to have a typical post on Friday, but that is the release plan. When I went over to the warehouse, they already have them sorted by stamp, weight, and then the color. They're all this sick Jawbreaker ESP, so they don't have to sort by color, but they have them all sorted by weight and stamp already. I think they're already counted. They just have to input it on the site, so it won't take long at all for them to get them up. So we are well ahead of schedule on pretty much all fronts, which is great. So now it's just execute the marketing, hopefully sell out Friday, and then I'll cover what it's like for the warehouse team to fill however many orders it is on that Monday. So should be electric, but just shot the first post that goes live. You already saw it, Saturday. All right, we've been out here for 2 hours, hole 3, zones in hand, trying to get this ace. It's a little discouraging because originally the plan was we were gonna ace here, then have an ace from a guy at Discraft, then have an ace from Brody, and each part was gonna like explain a different part of the ace-a-thon. Discraft ace didn't fall through or didn't come through, but we have the explanation from them. So we're like, okay, that's fine. We have an ace from a video we can put in, this ace, Brody's ace. Well, now Brody's ace is turned into a trick shot, not an ace, so it doesn't work for the video. So now we're having to just pivot our whole marketing plan on the day it's supposed to be posted. So a little upsetting, but we're gonna ace hole 3 and we're just gonna figure it out. Down bad right now. It's been almost like 2.5 hours out here. We're still on hole 3, still trying to ace. We've had 4 chain outs, like 6 cage hits. Trevor, like the worst chain out we had was in the basket and it came back out. I'll let you guess the brand of the basket on hole 3. Trevor was just ace. But I feel like a little bit of a failure, not because I can't ace, but because this should have been done last week. We should have pushed the drop back a week, is where we're at. But we've already announced the date, so now we're just racing against the clock. And so our marketing material is going to be rushed. And I had the gut feeling Friday. I should have just went with it, but we didn't. So now nothing's going to be as good as it could be. And it really is depressing and demoralizing. So yeah, because we still have to shoot grip lock day. Oh, I almost aced that one too. So it's 11:50 right now. I have to finalize grip locks planning today. Puts us at we won't get back to the office. If Trevor aced on this next shot, we get back to the office at probably 10 minute walk to the car. We get back to the office at 12:30. He didn't ace. So that's it's already pushing it. And we still have to ace. And what sucks is this is almost a non-negotiable. We have to ace, but we also have to get grip lock done. Trevor has to play on debate night. There's a bunch of have to happen today, and it sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's drop day, Friday, July 5th. Headed into the office, actually headed to the warehouse right now, do the weekly warehouse video, all that. Let me update you on the pivot we made in the marketing plan. I think it worked out phenomenally well. Well, I'll know tonight, but I really like it. So last I talked to you, we were kind of trying to figure out what to do. We ended up on Monday, the big announcement video, we took the pieces we did have. So we took the trick shot from Brody. Bob did a great job talking about the disc. And even though we didn't have an ace from him, we felt like the clip was still plenty engaging enough to use it all. So what we did was we had me basically just do a voiceover explaining the disc, explaining the ace-a-thon, threw in my ace clip that we got from the video, because obviously didn't get one in hole 3. My ace clip we got from the video into there, and then Brody's trick shot into there, and then basically threw it to Bob for Bob to explain the plastic, talk about how it felt, stuff like that. Had his throw in there, because after his throw, even though he didn't ace, he had a great call to action. So literally every part of the video was perfect, exactly what we needed. And so we still were able to get the 2 aces. We just didn't have the 3rd ace, because Brody's trick shot was pretty sick. It was originally when I heard he was just saying it's a trick shot, I was thinking a cross the yard scoop or something, but it ended up being a 100-ish foot forehand. So regardless, rambling, the Monday video was received very well. It accomplished probably the exact same thing, and a similar amount of reach I expected the original idea to accomplish. And then we've just driven it home every day. We had a main channel video come out on Tuesday. We had more posting. Trevor's been making memes all week, promoting it. So all of it, all the marketing pieces have went out. All we have left today is the email newsletter, the text to our SMS subscribers, the weekly warehouse live stream, and the weekly warehouse update video. That's it. That's the last push. And we'll see what this weekend looks like. I'm semi-hopeful. Obviously, a drop's not a fail if it doesn't sell out. But with our timeline and everything, where you have to the end of the month, and it's July 5th when we're dropping these, you have to the end of the month to ace. If we don't sell out this weekend, or at least through mid next week, whatever we have, we're probably stuck with. And so that's okay. We really just need to make sure we break even on them. But I'm pretty semi-confident, very hopeful that we'll see a really big turnout on the site this weekend for these. So we're going to try to just really drive it home today, and just trust the work we did all week. So it's an exciting day. It's an exciting day. Leaving the warehouse now. Everything seems to be ready to roll tonight. I think they just have the pictures left. There's 49 different foils, which is crazy. 49 different foil variations or something like that. I think the rarest he said was the silver hollow glitter, and then Wonder Bread there's only 14 of, so kind of cool seeing all that stuff. But we went live in the app for the weekly warehouse update. A lot of people are really excited about the disc, which is cool to see. And then we did the Patreon, and I got a lot of the marketing stuff I need for today. So the pictures are ready for the email. We'll also have the SMS message go out, the text message go out. So all of that stuff, I'm about to go over to the main office and take care of that. But it's kind of nerve-wracking because like we can't do anything today. You know what I mean? Like we basically today just have to rely that all the work we've done so far this week is enough. I think it is. Sitting here right now, I don't think I would change anything about how those weeks went. I think we've built as much hype as we can. Hundreds of thousands of people have viewed all the different media pieces that we've put out. We've sent emails out. We've done it all. So I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of what we've pulled together so far. It's just nerve-wracking because you get to this finish line where, you know, we have 6 hours until the drop happens and you're just like, is it enough? And again, it's not a failure if it doesn't sell out, but I wanted to. I really wanted to. I want it to be a like minute or 2 minute sellout. I know it's not going to be, just because the market of disc golf, the economy right now, all of that. I understand it, but it'd be really cool if it was. So probably the next clip will be at drop time. So I've got 6 hours of work ahead of me. Also playing a little golf, trying to de-stress before the drop happens. So I got like a 2:20 tee time, but that's my plan for the rest of the day. But you don't need to see all the boring stuff. Let's get to the action. All right, it's drop time. The drop just went down. It's 5:06 right now. I have officially sent the notification to the app. I've sent the email. The text message should have went out. I actually didn't think I got the text message. I don't know. My phone's blowing up right now. Posted on Twitter, Instagram, added everyone on Discord. All of the main stuff is done. We're 6 minutes into the drop. Let's check on the inventory. We're 6 minutes in and right at the halfway sold so far mark, which is awesome. Phenomenal. So we're on track for, I don't know if we're quite on track for a sellout today, but we're on track for a good portion of these to be gone, which means we did a good job. There's still, let's see. You want to say hi, buddy? There's my son. Say hi. Oh, goodness. There's Luca for you. There's still, okay, the site visitors are coming back down. It peaked at about, looked like 700 people on the site was the peak, somewhere in that range. We still have, it's coming, the live on you really want to say hi, huh, buddy? We're still at about 500 people right now. So, still plenty of people on the site. Is that funny, buddy? So, like I said, I don't think we're quite in tune for a sellout, like an instant sellout. But we're looking good. Things are going good, which means the marketing worked. What do you think, buddy? Luca, do you think the drop went good? Can you go 2 thumbs up? He just got his first haircut. Well, not his first haircut. His most aggressive haircut. But I'm not going to wrap the vlog up here. I'll wrap it up on Monday. We'll try to get... Goodness, buddy. You're going to break their eardrums. We'll try to get some shots Monday of the fulfillment process. But way less stressful this year. Way less stressful this drop. All I had to do today was basically the app stuff. Just get the app graphics and push notification out. So, like I said, I went and played golf. I got back 20 minutes ago from playing golf. So, we'll wrap it up on Monday. Look, can you say bye? You say bye? No. I had to update one more time because I was kind of an idiot in the last clip. It's now 5:47, 47 minutes after the drop, and we've sold out. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I was literally like, in my wildest dream, we would sell out within the first hour. I can't. 47 minute sellout. Like we haven't. We stopped doing drops in 2022 because like it was taking forever to sell out. Like, I mean, our Raptorius we were stuck on for months. We were really scared taking the risk on these discs. Oh, that is just such a relieving feeling. But yeah, I just wanted to update that before we get to the release, the fulfillment day. I just can't wrap my mind around it. It was like, I feel like I'm dreaming right now. But 47 minute sellout. Thank you all so much. The support the outpouring of support for this disc, for this promotional. Now we get the fun part of just watching everyone get it in and start making aces. I just can't believe it. I sent a message to the team, making sure that everyone who played a crucial role in this was publicly thanked, and everyone who, just built boxes so that people could focus on getting discs up, whatever. Everyone on the team played a big role in this. Specifically called out Trevor, Silas, Brad, Jason. They were kind of the big four. Isaac had a really good hand in it. Kyle even had like an unexpected rush at the store today, and because we had those drop 5 hours early because the store opened at 12, and so yeah, it was all in all, can't believe it, unreal. Well, we'll see how the fulfillment process goes now.
It is 7:22 on Monday, July 8th. I'm here at the warehouse. We are full steam ahead, getting things packed, the ace-a-thon zone specifically, as well as anything else that we got ordered over the weekend. I'm going to show you a little behind the scenes process of how we do that. So the first thing I do in the morning is check emails to make sure there's no changes over the weekend. As in someone put an order on a Friday or Saturday and they changed their address or their quantity or anything like that. Thankfully, we don't have any. I fixed a lot over the weekend. We had, as soon as the orders came in on Friday for the zones, we had a bunch of emails come in. Oh no, had the wrong address, shop picked the wrong thing. So I fixed those over the weekend because we came in yesterday to pour some of the orders. So I checked the emails to make sure there's nothing about specific orders that came through. Maybe people had buyer's remorse and had that FOMO kick in, fear of missing out, so they wanted to buy it and realized they didn't have the money or didn't want it. So that's what I do. Go through the emails, make sure there's no changes. We're good to go. So then I'll go to Shopify and basically batch print a bunch of orders. I'm not gonna batch print for this because it'll take a while to go through and print all those, but I'm gonna print up one to just kind of show you. Shopify is amazing. I say this all the time. I love the fact that we use Shopify. It is so easy and so helpful for being able to get orders done quickly between uploading discs to actually printing the orders. So let me just go find an order to print. Let's go look at you. Okay, let's do Scott Blackburn. Scott Blackburn. You look like I think you're actually, yeah. I think you're a Birdie fan member. Anyway, not a Birdie fan member. Too many patrons going on. So we create the shipping label right out of here. Look to see what shipping they chose. This did not qualify for free shipping, so I confirm everything's correct. Buy the label. And then I'm going to show you some other. Show you some other behind the scenes stuff for how we're separating these things. We batch print many of these orders, which basically means we can, through Shopify, we can print 50 at a time, 50 orders at a time. And so we'll print a few rolls of 50 and come separate them. So for this one specific, Brad had an ingenious idea. So for those who've shopped on the site before, you know that we list our discs by plastic, color, stamp, and weight. There were 49 different stamps, foils on this one, and rather than having 49 boxes, Brad combined a lot of those together. I'm just kind of looking at them right now. Brad combined a lot of those together, and we labeled them by box as well. So when you bought them, it still said white, what did it say? For example, it would say ESP Flex, Jawbreaker, Silver Hollow, 173, 174, box 22. So to make life easier, Brad separated them into boxes, and for us pulling them, to make life easier, I am slowly separating them right here. So I'll batch print, and I have them separated into boxes that are from like the single digit numbers, 1 through 10, 1 through 9, 10 through 19, and 21, 20 through 29. And then this is if it's combined. So this is only, the order has a single disc on it. These are ones that has from 2 different boxes. And then these over here are the ones that have just multiple things. So it helps with us pulling, because when we go over there and start pulling, we kind of zone out and can go pull, 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 pull. And so having these pre-separated makes life so much easier. And when Brad came up with the idea, it was brilliant. And it definitely saved us a lot of time for sure. I am over with the discs. About to pull Scott's order. Scott got a Silver Hollow 173, 174, box 22. So box 22. 173, 174, which right there. I really love the silver hollow. Always like silver hollow. And then you also got red reflective 173, 174, box 24. So box 24, red reflective 173, 174. And that's how Scott's order gets pulled. Now, when we're pulling hundreds of orders, we carry the cart around. You can see what got moved. We can carry the cart around and just stand there, pull place to make it easier, so we're not walking back and forth. But I'm gonna walk this over and let us get it packed for you.
What's up, all business? Brad here. So we're over at the packing table. Jason just handed me the order. What we do over here is whoever's packing the orders, we double check our packing slip, make sure everything matches up. Boom, looks like this one does. So then we're gonna take it, we're gonna grab the box, throw it in, we're gonna stack it relatively in the order in which you ordered it on your packing slip. Packing slip goes in. A little bubble wrap to keep your order safe. We're gonna close the box, tape it up.
So these are basically like
Make sure your label goes on. Send it to you with love.
All right, y'all. It's 2:35 on Monday afternoon. We have now just sent Kyle out with the van full of the second wave of the ace-a-thon zones. Got them all pulled, got them all packed, got them all shipped out today. We pushed hard, and that was our goal, was to get all those out today. Now, we're actually moving on to the weekend orders. We usually ship everything within one business day, but when we had a drop like that, we just couldn't quite get it all out. The ace-a-thon zones all got out, it all pretty much without a hitch. Here's those empty boxes. So if you remember this morning, they were full, and now they are empty. So, very successful weekend. Thank you for the support. We are happy for this. And now I have to go help Brad pull the weekend orders so we can get them packed and shipped out tomorrow.
So that's going to wrap up the behind the scenes vlog of the ace-a-thon release. Hopefully you enjoyed. This video was a little bit all over the place because it was shot over the course of a month, basically, from discs in hand to discs out the door. But I wanted to document it so you could see, and more so I can see in the future, what our previous release drops looked like when it was just like Trevor and I, and then what a release looks like today. And hopefully in the future we'll do another drop and we can do another one of what the process looks like now. Because you know, it was crazy for me, and I think I've mentioned this throughout the video, but the marketing plan, Trevor, the disc sorting beforehand, disking on the site, Brad and the warehouse team, Jason, Isaac, Kyle, a bunch of guys, and then the actual release part. Like on Friday I went out, played golf right after work, got back just like right in time. You saw that for the thing. And then Monday the orders went out. While the orders were going out, we were actually creating content. We were doing a live stream, our putting live stream, while all the orders were being filled. That was never possible before. And then Tuesday was my family's beach trip. So Tuesday we left for the beach. Typically, if you rewind back a few years, it's crazy just to like watch the growth, because if you rewind back a few years, those are all my job, basically. Like marketing plan, get the discs up. Obviously I had help like previously. I mean, if you go back to certain drops, it was literally just Trevor and I. And it was like, okay, I'm responsible for making sure we know what we're doing to market it. I'm responsible to make sure we figure out the marketing plan. But then Trevor and I are getting them up on the site. If you go to later drops, obviously we had Connor creating a lot of the marketing pieces. So there was like piece by piece, we got more and more help, to where like this drop, I mean, felt basically hands off for me, which is just incredible just to watch the growth and how the team is able to just like tackle it. And, this is to me the most successful drop we've ever had. We've had drops like the Dark Horse, whatever, Dark Claw, Wasp back there, like those sold out in 5 seconds. Similar amount of discs. So obviously that drop on paper is more successful. But to me, if you look at the market that we did that in and you look at the market we just did this in, I think that what we just pulled off was a lot harder. Took a lot more creative effort, took a lot more strategy, and then to be able to get them out the same day, because those did not get out the same day. I can tell you that for free. A lot of ours did not get out the same day up until this point. So to get them all out the same day, like the first business day after the drop, all the drop discs went out, crazy. To me, this is our most successful drop to date. because, like I said, being able to move the amount of discs we did within 47 minutes in the current state of disc golf, where people are just getting pounded with a new release every other day, not sustainable at all. We've seen the plummeting popularity of a lot of those drops, and so we were very worried about, what is it going to look like for us to have this release happen, and for it to go as successful as it did is a huge thanks to the team, huge thanks to you, the viewers, and our supporters. Couldn't have done it without all of them, all of you. So super proud of this one, super excited, and motivated to get back to work.